When you're really working from a place of purpose, you are showing up with kindness and grace and energy and a dynamic presence that you wouldn't otherwise if you're just checking off the boxes or doing something because it just needs to be done. So yeah, we get to play in that space where we're able to see that happen over and over. The joke always was I was wearing different hats all my life. So every year I'd be at a different trade show. I'd be running the trade show, or I would be working in media, or I started a publishing company, or I would be something different. So my friends, that was kind of the joke. Every year it was a different hat, and I was having the time of my life. But went through quite a crisis actually in my life, and ironically, it was in the middle of that crisis that I had lost my voice previously, and starting the business, when I really sat down and I said, what am I about? What is my purpose? Why am I here? What matters to me? And it all folded into, at the time, it folded into this beautiful package of a business. And when I started, it was Candy Consulting at the time, and it was marketing, communications, and events for me was the best way I could express who I was. And it was incredibly scary.
I don't know my purpose exactly. Like if you ask me what is it, I can't tell you, but I know that I've self-actualized. And that's actually been, somebody at the conference last year told me that, and it just kind of blew my mind when he said, you really have self-actualized. And when that word came to me, I was just like, yeah, like I know who I am, I know what I want, I'm doing everything in my life that I want to be doing. And I don't wake up in the morning thinking, oh my God, I have to go to work today. Or, oh God, I have this project to do. Because all the projects we do are amazing. And all our clients are friends and family now. And like, I miss Lisa if I don't see her for 2 days. Like, I was like, are you okay? Can we have lunch? Because we're, it's just that way. And I feel like exactly where we need to be. And it's because of the kind of work that we do. And we say no to the wrong fit now, which is amazing.
Getting everybody together and giving the purpose of an event like this, because that ripple effect that starts happening, even if you feel like maybe I don't know what my purpose is, showing up to an event like that and being part of that critical mass of people that are either asking the question or they're having that conversation, what a beautiful space to be in. And you don't have to have an agenda of what you're going to get out of the day. That isn't really the purpose of that day. The purpose is that we're coming together and the conversations are happening as a platform for those conversations.
Right. It's such a diverse group. Like I walked into that dinner and there's, I think almost every age category is and background is represented. And that's the cool thing about how Lisa and I work too. Like we're totally different generations, different religions, different everything. And it wouldn't make sense for us to know each other in life, right? Like
probably,
right? Like it just feels like it would just people are like, who's Lisa? I'm like, oh, that's Lisa. But then it's just one of those things where when you have a common something, when you have a common goal, when you have a common even idea, you don't have to have the same experiences because we don't.
When you try something, and everybody's been there, where you kind of throw it out there and you're like, I don't know, let's try it, or let's go there, and for, I think over time, and as you put your effort into something and your heart into things, and then either it goes sour or it's just a strange feeling, or it's just not sticking, like it's not something you want to continue with. I think over time, in a business sense, I think we have learned together how to have more of the really good stuff and less of the other. And honestly, the more that we've opened the door to really cool projects, really creative spaces, really neat people, but we're not sure where it's going to go, but we just opened the door to it. It has that opportunity to actually breed into something almost completely different in some ways. But because we look at long-term with clients, it's also a growing period. So if it feels right, if there's something about, like, I've always worked very much on my intuition around what I'm accepting and what I'm not, and it becomes a bit of a rhythm. And actually, I just chose my word for 2020 is rhythm, and it feels so good to me because I just know that there's going to be this a cadence to what we do, that just, and not that we won't meet new people and have new projects, and that's part of the fun, but just knowing that we've gone through a lot of hard knocks with different people and different projects, that it just doesn't feel like we want to continue, or it's not aligned with either us as a company or us, one of us individually, and you kind of learn over time to let some things go,
and that's okay,
and that's it's actually great.
And it's great. And it's so great to allow yourself to just
and trust that on the other side there's going to be something even better.
At any point in our lives, we have choice in the matter. And that I really got clear out of this podcast. So thank you so much for representing that to me and to everybody that's listening. So this is all in building up some anticipation around the first ever Day on Purpose conference that's happening in January here in Calgary. It's bringing together a fantastic community of speakers and presenters, people like you and me at various stages of uncovering their own purpose. It will be a day of stories and discovery that will work to make a very high level and at times hard to understand topic relatable and uncomplicated. You are brave enough to start the journey, and we'd love for you to join us.